So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to my stream. I'll let you welcome on our flight today. We will go here from Berlin to Frankfurt. So that's nice to have you here on the stream again. Last days was very good, and I got some changes here at home and the network and everything else. So this was very turbulent, but finally everything is working, and I hope stream quality is as always and the setup is as always. So let us go today for the flight here from Berlin Schönefeld to Frankfurt in Germany. So let's go ahead and let's do as we always do here in my streams. We continue with our safety inspection and everything else which is needed to set up the flight. Departure is planned here at the moment at in 45 minutes, so we have to hurry a little bit, and let's keep us walking all through that checklist here, and everything you needed you will find in the description downloads below. Anything from my checklist here, and which I created for the actual Zibo mod, and which is native integrated, and the windshield documents and the wind calculation documents and everything else you will find there on the stream. So let's go ahead and go ahead with the batteries which are closed. So we have 6 green above and 6 green below, and the G handle is down, so, and the hydraulics electric pumps are off, and we check the fault in-out tester first for the safety inspection. That's very good. And then we go on and pull on the ground power and set up the panel lightning. We'll go there to the evening. So emergency test, attend button. Okay, ground power is checked. Something new from the Zibo change right here. Okay, perfect. Hydraulic pumps to on. And then steady and wheel lights to on. And then you will see my exterior inspection checklist will pop up. I will show you that here, and not my complete checklist because everything else I remember. Good, we continue to start here with the probes and sensors here, and also there's fine static ports and vents, and there are dome surface here and the lightning inverter straps are good. Forward E&E door, not simulated and textured, I will do that in the next days again. The doors here are fine, the geostructure is good, we will set up the chokes, and the wheels are fine, nothing more on geostructures, and we remove the bypass pin, the wheel well light is not simulated, and the spinners are in place but are simulated there. Good. Continue to the right side, and you will see also here the props and sensors are fine, static ports and vents, emergency exit door is flush and surface for the escape rope there, and connected there. Doors and access panels are closed, and the alternate static port here is below. Here is the alternate static port and the normal static ports, nothing blocked. And you will see the green D-start oxygen relief with I textured here in my livery for my line. We flew that in the description also, which is now modeled. And we continue it with the rear inlet for the air conditioning, which is clear and open, extended, fine. Pneumatic access door is closed. Water dry mast here, there is fine. Also here is good. Exterior lights from the top, LED lights not damaged, and the leading edge flap is also fine. Continue with the engine number 2. So the cooling fan curve and the vortex is fine. The spinners are rotating, and the TED12 sensor is in place. So general condition there. The oil door is closed and no oil leak in the engines. Thrust reversers are stowed here, and we continue to the back side, and the general air conditioning. The general engine condition is fine. Also the tail cone is undamaged and the exhaust area is clear. So hello Leon. I'm doing international streaming, so let you welcome here. Hello Leon. You will see the access panels are latched, and the fuel measuring sticks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are flush and surface, and the fuel one tank is nothing up structure. If you want, I can do a German stream next time, especially for the German users. Well, that's no problem, I can do that. Today it's planned international. So leading edge flaps and stats are fine. Stop and positioning lights are good. Static discharge switches, which are here, in place, and also the strobes. And you will see the aileron trailing edge flaps, and the flap fairings 1, 2, 3 are in place. And we continue there to the right main gear. Also the shocks are in place, and the wheels are in good condition. The brakes and spinners are good. And the gear structure is fine, no oil leak there. The hydraulic lines are placed but not simulated. And we continue here to the right main wheel, and this is also fine. Pneumatic lines here are good, no oil leak. And the control cables are fine. So doors and access panels are closed. Also here. And we continue to the right, a negative pressure relief valve, which is closed, and the ram and the outflow valve is open. Very good. The probes and sensors here are in place, and you will see the APU fire bottle discharge indicators, which I textured here are the green and the red indicators for the status of the discharge bottles for the APU are filled, and also here the static parts and vents and drains. Test kit is undamaged. The outflow valve inlet is fine, nothing unusual. Hope lights continue here to the back side. The outflow valve is very good. Stop lamps is fine. The radar and the horizontal stabilizer. The right and the left elevator probes here and here. And place static discharge switches on the top. And the horizontal stabilizer here. Discharge switches also there. Everything is fine. So there's another probe. And we're walking down to the right, main geared through about the fuselage. Here there's another main drain mast, and here also the same as on the right side. Gear is fine, and the wheels are looking good, brakes fine, gear structure and nothing oil leak there, and the handle is down. The gear structure is fine. Remove the bypass pin. You'll see the right 1 to 3 flap fairings. And the aileron trailing edge flaps here are fine. Static discharge switches and strobes. And here the winglets. Positioning lights there, and the leading edge flap is good. And we see here the fuel tank vent is not obstruction, and the 6 fuel measuring sticks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are flush on surface and in place. The exhaust door is closed. We continue to engine number 1, so here is also the vortex undamaged, no bird strike, anything else, and the spinners are fine, THEESE valves and they're looking good. Here is no oil leak, and the oil exhaust panel is closed, thrust reverser is stowed, and here on the back side nothing unusual, and flow is very good. So we are nearly finished with the outside walk. The leading edge flap here and the LED lights are fine. Inlet from the air conditioning right side is fine. Pack 1. And so we will see the alternate static port is nothing blocked here. Also the same on the captain's side here for the static port. So we are ready. And this is finished. So continue now. We have 40 minutes, no, 35 minutes, and we set up everything for the flight today here from Berlin to Frankfurt am Main. So this is our route today. I wrote that in the description. And let us set up the fuel today. So we have 5.5 fuel around needed, and we round up and switch 100 kilos again, so 5.6 tons on board. That's fine. And set up the fuel truck. Good. And start the service cruise, also calling them now. We'll drive up and did I miss anything? No, I opened the doors. AFT, and also the entry doors are open, and we continue with the workflow. So we start here with the thrust levers. So G handle is down, flaps are in up position, so this is fine, and the speed brake is down detained, and we are on 5 trims. Parking brake is set, and sliding cutoff switches off, and stop trim are on normal position. Everything is fine, and we start the takeoff config test warning. 1 and 2, both are coming for both throttles. Everything is fine here, and we check the AP fire cargo test, which is coming there, and we fill up the panel lighting. Lot landing, we will land there in the evening. And the menu G extension door is closed, and we'll see here our fire extinguisher, which is filled, which is fine, and then we see the P6 circuit breaker panel, and this is nothing popped there. That's very good. Spare bulbs are in place, emergency escape rope is in place, and we continue with the overhead. Flight recorder check, Mach Air 1, speed 1 and 2. So one test 1, 2. We set the jump seat there to FLT. EAC door is closed, oxygen is enough for the flight, and we set up the navigation. Check a short device flaps test. Fine. HDGSDS mode. 9 minutes for alignment. We wait for the second one. Yes, is also alignment. Emergency escape rope here is fine. P18 circuit breaker panels. We check that here also. There's nothing popped. You will see that. No white lines here. Crash access stowed, and the handbox are stored here in the lower bay. So very good. We do have the lightness test. So lightning. We check every light there for redundancy of 2 LEDs. So 1, 2. Everything is fine. Here, check LEDs from top to bottom. Yeah, very good. There's very good. Yes. There's another one. Okay, now the MCP. Everything's working here. Yes, very good. Lightning's here. We'll check that now. First officer side. Captain side. We are flying on the left side today. So very good. Also here fault in-out test. The gears there, we tested it earlier. Everything is fine, so very good. Okay, we are ready. Light test is completed. And we set up now here the crew oxygen tests. Short test and 5 seconds holding test there. Good, yacht lightning we will find here. Backup panel, I will switch one from T and main panel to on. Very good, we continue here. Once wheel steering is on norm position, we have UTC time there, main panel and lower DU is a norm. Airport and territory, set up the plane there to 20 nautical miles. HPA is set, barometric is set, and we call up here our actual meter. So check that here, Echo Delta Delta Bravo in Schönefeld. Or we can set up here, 122.05.
Delta Bravo, airport information, Mike
180.
120 Zulu, weather, wind 176 at 5.
Oh,
Caution,
changed.
wind shear alert 1 miles northeast of Echo Delta Delta Bravo, visibility 10,000, sky condition 4,800, scattered, temperature 13, dew point 10, QNH 1003, advise on initial contact.
Okay.
You have information, Mike.
Good, very good. Wind shear alerts, that's not good. And yeah, let's go ahead. 1003 is set there, also 1003 on standby altimeter, which is set. Chained here to the right side. Check the same here for the air test for the first officer. 5 seconds tests. Very good. Chart lightning is set for the load. And we'll switch on the manual lightning here, and we are doing the first flight of the day, so 5 seconds holding test. So it's doing now the long test. ETC, norm, airport and territory, 40 nauticals, HBA, barrows set, and 1003. So we set up down the minimums for the minimum flap protection altitude MFRA, so that's us 180, we'll switch on 1000 feet above. 1180 feet, that is the height for to climb through for if you have got an engine failure. So that's fine. Also set here on the second side. So we are ready to go. Let's check that here. Fuel tank is finished and the base loading. Everything is good. And we can close the front door here. The back side door is also removed. This package is also over here linked in my description, which I created some on the go. Everything is fine there, and yeah, half hour to go, we start the boarding. So everything is there. Let's set up the boarding. So fuel weight imbalance, and check how much fuel payload passengers we have. 160 passengers and payload 17.8 tons. I will check here my dispatcher for the exact value. So weight imbalance 17.760. So 17.760 is the exact value. Very good. That is it. And we start the flight leg. So stop service course and start boarding, and we fill up the MCP, the FMC. So we have win leg there, 26k, nav data is actual, and the program is okay. Position units will switch here from GPSL data. Set the IAPS position, Echo Delta Delta Bravo, reference airport, which is fine. Do we have here any GPS coordinates? Oh, unfortunately not, so we can pair that with our charts. So routing as Echo Delta Delta Bravo to Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot, and our call sign is Terra-Fly 361 today. And we set our routing for the company route, Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot 01. Activate and execute. Departure is Billix for X-ray, as I remember. Check that. Yes, billet for X-ray, and departing runway is 25 right here, and the arrival will be also 25 right. Alice Zulu via Kerak Trilima. Kerak Trilima, there it is, via Mantanos via MTR. So this is very good. Check that here in the link. Legs stepping through. See that in the charts. Yeah, there's the departure route. Any instructions, fine. Stepping through. MTR, left turn, so we pull, they are holding, or maybe get a shortcut from the ADC controller. We will see. Let's check that later on. So, very good. We will check now everything about the length of the route. So that's very important. We'll see if there's any distance or difference between. So we have 262 and we have 250, so this is okay and fine. So there's a little bit difference, but this may differ a little bit. Everything's set up there. Good. What we're doing now is we fill up everything with the pre-performance. So we go ahead here for the inner page, that the fear through weight. So what we expect here, actually it's loading and the passengers are going there. We have no exact value here from our dispatcher, so we check that here what we got from our SimBrief plan. So this is 59.9 tons. 59.9 tons, and reserves are the alternate and Fenris here. 1.6, we round up to the 100 kilos, 1.6, 2.6, and yes, this is also fine, yeah, 2.6 tons. So cost index is 35, we found that here on the right top corner, CI 36, and flight level is 200. So crosswind is top of climb wind, so we'll check that here, top of climb. 221 was 49, 221 was 49. And ISA deviation is -2, so we'll fly today to Frankfurt where I live at. So transition altitude 5,000 feet. Double check that again. We'll find that in the departure route that's not always matching. You have to change that maybe. So transition altitude 5,000 feet on the departure chart is correct. So what we're doing now is we will search our first waypoint after the top of the climb. So this is billet. So now we'll put in the forward wind here at the RTE data. So the average wind at billet is, for the correct fuel calculation, average wind is 224 with 50. So 224 with 050 at billet, and we overwrite every value here behind for the correct fuel bar. This is very important, you will see that later on. So, okay, that's done. And the next thing is we can start up with our performance there on the airbed. So, no more workflow. So, flight control is on, alternate flaps are closed, yaw temperature on. Yes, IS mode selectors are normal, displays on normal, crossfeed valve is actually, we have no center tanks pre-filled. So center tanks off, we need 456 kilos on board. Then we'll switch it on, but we have 0 in the middle tank, so everything is fine. So crossfeed valve was checked here, and APU gen, we'll see that it's loading, IFE and cabin utility is set. Ground power is connected, and this is also fine. We can switch on the fasten belts and set the window heats.
The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please recheck the security of your seatbelt.
This is closed. We can close the AFT door. And retract the air bridge, and we connect now the gates. I forgot that, unfortunately. So, next is a differential is 0, and the climb altitude is also 0, very important. And we have 13 degrees, so 13 degrees, I will think we will use the thermometer on, and 2 positions, 3 positions, 4 positions. So the center is reasonable, and the next thing is we have just this 1 step to the left and 1 to the right, then it's a good airflow and constant airflow in the cabin. So perks on cabins, reft packs are in auto position, and APU bleed is not needed. Flight level 200 is set, and our arrival altitude is roundabout, where it is, yes, 350 set. We will can switch on, logo lights now to on, FLT anti-collision line is, everything is off, APU is off, is not needed, and at the moment, and we'll set up MCP for departure. So, we will depart here from Schönefeld. I will do now the safety briefings and everything else. I'll switch that, not needed today, and we'll do normal briefings here for the departure. So we will start at gate 55 here, and we have to depart here from 25 right. So I think we get there from Kilo 4 straight ahead to 25 right, downwards. Here departure heading is 246, so set up here 246 in the heading MCB, and also initial climb clearance is 4,000 feet. We have no ATC clearance at the moment, so we switch on 4,100 as a reminder, and flight director on first from the captain flying side. This is here the departure, and also no course. No, this is no raw data backup here. Unfortunately not, we cannot fly raw data. I think it's an end of departure. Sit, Schönefeld. Mail for X-ray climb on track heading 0600, them MV. Yes, Schönefeld. Bearing, oh, though we have during 10.9 SSD, so yes, bearing 248, so we set it here, 248 the course, and then right turn 256 to billet. So what we're doing now is we set the N1 speeds here, which is on auto, we set the fuel rate, parking, the auto brakes are to RTO, lightning's test was fine, and we do that again. Disconnected is in up position, everything is fine here, parking brake is still set, and we check the hydraulic, which is more than 80%, and 2800 psi, though this is also fine. back to the engine mode, and we will set here everything for departure, the COM frequencies. So let's check if there's any ADC control available at the moment, and I see, yes, I think we have a sender online here. Oh, unfortunately not, just disconnected, so we'll stay there on 122.8, and we will set up the departure frequency from the tower if there's anyone else. So 120.030, which is preset here for the tower, and this is fine. And now let's do setup 114.40 for SSD, which is active there with 248 outbound, and we set the ADF here from 309er as backup, and this one here as active. 309er is active, and we set up here the MCP ADF2, which is now set, though we have Schönefeld NDB set, and we set also the second standby here as backup. So this is done. Mix selector is on which FV2, pedal lightning is set, rudder trim is 0, and we close the door. And we have now around about 50 minutes for departure, so we can do everything here as we can plan. I first start my FS Airlines client here in the background, that we can continue our flights. So flight information, fly, everything is fine, yes, good, and started, and we are ready to go. Disconnect that guy's here. And we can remove the chucks. Okay, now it's only a flight information servers online. They're burning. Oh shit. Very fine, very fine. Good, let's play everything for the performance. What we need. So we can disconnect the gate now. We think we are boarded here 50 minutes. Oh, it's quite realistic. And so disconnect that SAM plugin here, SAM and airport, and disconnect it. Thank you. That's very good. And what you're doing now is performance. So we get a dispatcher value. So this is quite exact. We have less 100 kilos. So we execute now the performance, and there's no ADC controller available. So we expect our route we are doing today. So climb altitude is 4,000 feet, and we are doing our departure as planned. So that's Belix 6 for X-ray departure. And yeah, we do not have to change anything there. Very good. And let's do then one calculations. I will put up here my performance tool. So where it is here, background and cargo set, landing, get the latest meter here, update the latest meter. It is from 1950 Zulu 1807 knots, Karak, 30 degrees dew point 10 QNH 1003, and also given the changes expected actually. Though this is fine, temporary some rain, so we have no wind shear or anything else, so we can use our performance as planned. So flaps 5 departure, we get a flaps 5 departure with 22K and the saloon temperature of 35 degrees. So saloon temperature 35 degrees, and takeoff 2 thrust here, and flaps 5, and we set a center of gravity which is 5.25 units. Set that here, very good. Go to the second page, and we insert runway slope and wind, which is slope minus 0.1%, so we have down for 0.1. If it's plus, it's up 0.1, and the heading is 246 for the departure, so 246. And actual wind, we check that here again. and we do a cut back here from 1,500 feet. Yes. It is 180.5. 180 is 5 knots. So this is set. Good, we go to page 1. So calculate speed 140 is yes, 140, 141 and 146. So this is what we set here. 140, 141 and 146 I calculated. 146. So we have a difference of 1. This is fine. So gross weight, we check that also here 65.4, and we check if it's in range or not. So check that here takeoff weight is 65.1 till 68.8. So we are in range for the takeoff weight, so everything is fine for our calculated values here. So very good. And what we're doing now is we check that here also in the fuel weight imbalance for the payload, and go to page 4 and you will 3-4 and you will see the CV engine loop. So our takeoff weight is inside our white lines here, so we are in the limits. The landing weight is below the green line, so very important. So we have enough space here for the landing and we do not have to circle around for the airports. Zero fuel weight is also below the maximum. We are not fully loaded. The operational empty weight is a little bit above, and our takeoff weight is above that green, that white 26k line, so we can use 26, 24 or 22k. If it's running here to the right side and stays here, we can, for example, use only 22k or 24k, depending there, that we do not do a bunny hop. So everything is perfect in the CV envelope, so everything is fine. So let's check there actually our live stream. So very good, and yeah, we have some time. Let's connect to the servers. I wasn't finished so fast, so very good for now. Check if there's anyone. Cars on flight plan. Let's change it to 05. We can do the departure now. Yes, perfect. So we can set up everything else. Oh, close the door. Thank you very much. Okay. Check that meter here. Again, no controller. Very good. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going off blocks now. So, set up everything. Ground service landing for takeoff and medium, and set the PA here for the welcome message. And we do the checklist here. So, what are you doing now? I will read that here, which is integrated Zibo mod from my mod here, which is now native included, and I will read out everything here that you will hear that and check that here in our off blocks. So, start the APU now. Meanwhile. So, safety inspections, service and shocks are checked, and maintenance status was checked. Battery is on, electric hydraulic pumps are on. So, landing G lever is down, and ship's library was checked there. IS mode selectors are on enough position, yes. Safety inspection checklist completed. Before start checklist. Now, G pins are removed. Outside wall, glide test checked. Oxygen tested 100%. This was here. And yaw number is on, nav and display switches are on normal position. Fuel is 5.5 required and 5.6 on board. Center tanks off. And yes, continue ahead with cabin utility, IFE and galley power installed and on. Emergency exit lights are armed. And window heats are on. Air conditioning pressure is on auto, packs are on. And bleed is off, actually. Instrument are cross-checked. Departure course is 248 and 246 for the heading, and initial climb 4,000 feet. And UTC time 1804, 1804, so this is fine. We are 2 hours behind, or 3 hours behind. I will land in the evening there in Frankfurt today. But we're flying with live weather, that's fine. speed brakes down the tent, and hydraulics are normal. Parking brake is stat, trap out switches on normal. Wheel welfare alarming is checked, radius and rudder is transponder set and standby. We will set our squawk now is 0361, which is my call sign. 0361 is set, and stop room is 5.25 units required and set. EFP and airplane mode is stored, and PA is completed. Aileron and rudder, so aileron is 0, rudder is 0, is set and checked. And flight deck door is closed, window doors are closed, left on right side, both are closed, passengers are seated, so before start checklist above the line is completed. So we continue with we can get our tow truck here. No controller still, or is it this flight information service? Yes, FSS. So here's the pushback truck here, and we do a manual pushback. Land that. Normally I will connect that first and everything else. So APU is running, 1 minute loadless. We switched on that lightning here. So ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, do ask me here in the chat or in the Discord, which is linked below. We can meet there and plan some flights together. I will do a German stream next time, especially for the German users. So, cargo doors closed from the ground personal stuff. There's no last minute jump in there, so I was closed. Tow truck, there it is.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect, set, parking brake.
Yes, parking brake is set, checked. So we normally do now the announcement there for the cabin. So ladies and gentlemen, this captain speaking here. My name is Marvin, and we are doing the flight today from Berlin to Frankfurt. You have a good line with outside temperature is actually 13 degrees, and we're doing the last performance steps there, and we are just for the pushback. So get unseated and have a nice flight. Your captain speaking. You next. Bye bye. Good.
How connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Yeah, we're doing release parking brake now.
Starting pushback, and you may start the engine.
So, anti-collision lights on, PAX 2 off, and we start. Parking brake is not more set, and before start checklist below the line is completed. Start the APU. Start the timer for a minute. Lead on.
Alright, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need
And you
anything.
will see that EGT is rising here, and then NT is rising, and you watch the EGT, it's not above the red line here, so do not switch too early here about the N2 position. I will wait for 25% minimum. I don't want to risk a hot start. Engine is running. We're connected. Engine looks stable. 20, 50, 60. Oil pressure is fine. So starting engine number 1. Set the timer within 1 minute. Very good. Start up engine number 1. 16, 17. It's rising. 25. Cut off engine number 2. Keep that handle on the switch normally. Check that everything is working. ECG is not rise, so no hot start there. And we are ready. Good. Start the engine.
Operation complete. Please set parking brake.
Yes, and we can do the overhead scan flow here.
Connecting tow. Stand by.
APU is off, engine starters continues, and probe heats to on. Both of them packs to auto isolation with and APUs please off. Very good, and we will wait for everything now until the bypass pan is removed. So we do nothing there. Do not touch the rudder controls, anything else. Don't want a risk there. Also the thrust levers are not to be touched. So we see that here, I'll explain it to you. And there's a red line here for the engines, and here behind the door. If a ground crew is walking here behind that red line, or in front of that red line here, there's a possible risk that the persons get sucked into the engine, which happened last year there in the Turkey and then A320, so not a good idea. So do not touch any thrust levers or anything else. So until you see the bypass pin. So there it is, the red bypass pin, and then we continue it. So set flap 5 departure and do the weather checks. Full forward, full back center, full left center, full right center, left rudder center, right rudder center, recalls checked. And we'll do the next checklist here. Before text the checklist, generators on APUs of starters on continuous anti-ice not required, air conditioning packs on auto bleeds are on, flaps 5 required and 5 set, no green lights. Strap drum is 5.25 units required and set, and strap drum is okay. Start levers on idle, flight control stretch recalls checks, so before start taxi checklist is completed. So ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to go. Still still no servers there online. We can tune in the next things. So, ready to go. Switch on taxi lightning there on the turn off lights, and we continue taking. Short takeoff config test was negative, and we are doing idle thrust here. Thinking about the idle thrust on their apron. And we start our taxiing. Echo Delta Delta Bravo, and we continue taxiing here. We are Kilo 4 downwards to the departure. So that's where we are at the moment. Very good. So home ground service cabin lighting is takeoff in medium. This is fine, and get the ground crew seated. Okay, that is not working anymore. Zibo changed that maybe. I had something in the mod. Oh, it's turning to the right side. What's going on here? Oh, crosswind. No, 5 units. Have to switch on their rudder pedals extremely. It's now definitely not normal. We'll watch that. Maybe I have to trim that. So, Kilo 4. Take a look if there's anyone landing. So this is a point for the lineup clearance. short wait. Switch off the taxi lighting here. Parking brake is set. We will check if there's any traffic incoming. Yes. Echo Delta to Roberto. Maybe we'll see that. There he is. Write that here in the chat. Echo Delta to Bravo traffic behind landing traffic. Line up and depart 25 right. We'll wait for the arrival of this plane. Oh, there are two planes and the arrival. There's a second one. Ah, they are far away ahead. So let's do our departing. So landing clearance is okay. Takeoff and landing is fine, and auto throttle is good. LNAV, VNAV, and weather route on. TARA. What's now going on? I will do the departure. He's so far away. So yoke checklist. Config set. Flaps 5 green lights. Start premise units. Takeoff frequency. Cabin execute. MCP is set. Transponder is TAI. Strobe lights are strobe and steady. Now we line up the runway. And landing lights are on. So before takeoff checklist is completed. My ding dong message. Not working anymore. Thank you, Zibo. So, 40% M1. EGT is set. Close the chronometer and take off toggle button. So, full pressure to the front. So,
80 knots.
80 knots checked. 90% thrust indications normal.
V1, rotate.
Rotate. Wow. What a wind.
Great.
Ah, we'll see that. 20. Okay, so. And we do an AIDP 1 departure of Berlin. So.
$400.
Set.
$1,000.
1,000. Have to trim it for. Oh. Still not working. Okay, let me fly manually a little bit above. So, flaps up. Flaps 2. Flaps 1. And flaps up. From that. Why is the autopilot not working? There's definitely something wrong here. Ah, maybe my external panel. Check that. Ah, okay.
1,000 to go.
Okay, to check my external panel. There comes an update today, so maybe that's not working correctly. No fault on female side. So this to off, auto brakes to off here, engine starters to auto, and differential is running. There we put on the chronometer now. We are on 4,000 feet, 1 minute, and this is fine here. Climbing, auto bliss on, APU bliss off, packs auto, so we can release the cabin crew. That attend button is not working anymore. So, wait for 1 minute. And we set our altitude 20,000 feet. Set. And then we can climb to our cruise altitude. So, turn the heading. Yes, 1 minute. Alt and vent button here, and now it's climbing. Beautiful. Very beautiful. There's Berlin. Some clouds here. The HPA set, standard mode. Also here. No bigger clouds, so everything's fine. Above 10 degrees, so no visible moisture there. Can keep that off. And the ice is not required. So 40 nautical miles, and we set this here. 7,000. Yes, and due to that minute, we are just a little bit behind pilot. Top of descent, top of climb today. So next to 10,000, we'll do the pre-cruise checks. And due to the short flight, we set up everything for the arrival. So 10,000. Landing lights, runway turn off lights off, and local lights also off, not needed at the moment. And we do the checks again here. So IPU is off, engine starter is on auto, differential parameter is 4.2 units rising with 100 feet for the PAX filling. The pressure mode selector is on auto, APU is on, APU bleed is off, PAX auto evaluation is open, so we can release the crew, set this to auto here, and do also the ground service gliding to cruise mode. So I miss my ding dong. Zibo, what are you doing? I want my ding dong back. Good. Pre-cruise checks are done. What we're doing now is we'll set up everything for the arrival. So check the meter first, and also the descent winds. We'll add that here in the forecast page, and check that meter first. Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot actually set this, and close it here, and we are at Belit, and check if there are some restrictions there in the arrival. So we're doing the Carax Trilima, I thought. It is. Yes, Carax Lima. So we are arriving here via Carax Lima. There are no restrictions above 5,000. Flight level 800 by ATC. Okay. Otherwise, no instructions. We need to bear 5,000 feet above. We're doing here the route for the 738 at Carax Lima for the 25 right. Good. We're going there to Maintainers Riviera, and there you will see the holding. You can program that and do the left turn to Maintainers Riviera outbound, and then for the arrival. So what we're doing now is we set up everything here for the descent winds. There they are. Is flight level 200, 225, 57, flight level 200, 150 and 100, 225 with 57, 231, 48, and 241, 38. That QNH is 1004.
1,000 to go.
Okay. And what we need also is the transition level. So as I told, I made a short description there. You find that wind sheet I created there in the download description. QNH is 1004, so transition level is 2,000 feet above our transition altitude, which is 5,000 feet in Germany. So we have transition level of 070 for the transition level. We execute this here, also the fix, and we are landing there at 25 right, runway 25 right. And /10 for the configuration, latest on flaps 5, flaps 4.5 for latest on final configuration, and our landing altitude calculation is we are on 20,000 feet, so flight level 200, and some rule is 3 times the actual flight level plus 10 nautical miles for your level of 10,000 feet. So 20 times is 60 and plus 10 is 70, so /70 for our manual descent point here today. Already set. To that pay message, we are on level off. Ladies and gentlemen, we reached our cruise altitude. Short flight here to Frankfurt. So what we're doing now is also set the QNH here for the arrival, so 1004, and also here 1004. Also preset the approach mode for the ILS. Collineous clouds, that's very dangerous, so maybe you have to hold there, and 220 with 8 knots, a few clouds 800, beats above ground level, so we do not need an ILS Cat 2 or 3, so everything is fine. A few clouds on 1800 and 10 degrees, and dew point is 9, so that could be possible. We have some fogness there, and also could be possible that we need some anti-ice when we go through through the clouds there, depending on the thickness. But that CB here means thunderstorms, that's very dangerous, and we have to look there if we can hold there, get a short window that we can land. Otherwise we have to divert to another airport, so take that here. By the way, we're doing the after takeoff checklist. Air conditioning is set, engine searches are continuous, landing air been off, auto brakes are off, flaps up, no lights, and I missed that here, so sorry for that. What we need is we set up everything for the arrival. So 248 is also preset here, that is fine, and the missed approach is to Taunus VOR, which is radial 139, so we set this here on the right side, and inbound, so we have 319er. We need to set up the 247, that's correct, and we'll set up everything here. Tower frequency, let's check there. Our arrival. Hopefully we get some ATC clearance in Frankfurt. No, unfortunately only tower available now. 119.905, 119 905. Yes, 119.905. Okay, preset. And landing frequencies, the nav 8s are 135, 111 decimal 05. So 111 decimal 05 for ILS Zulu. Missed approach is right turn, so climb straight ahead, distance 6.3 FFM, so we need that FFM we set here, and at air turn above, turn right, intercept radial 139 inbound, TVR, turn right, intercept so right, inbound, master climbing 5,000 feet. So missed approach altitude is 5,000 feet, and we do the right turn and turn right to metro VR again. So the right turn here is 113.35, and the second frequency there is metro VR, so 110.00 as a standby. We'll switch that here for the missed approach. And FFM is 114.20 as standby. So, and now active. So when we do the missed approach, that means we once we reach the distance here, we switch onto the right here. Sorry, 11335. Then we switch this here to active, and then we're doing the next frequency 110.00 for the metro VR. Then we are back on our rudder navigation. So this is fine, and we are ready. So decision altitude height is at this place here, category Charlie, 553. 553 set, and we got 3 degrees of descent here for the ILS, and rails and puppies on the right side. LSF2 arrival lights here, very good. And we have to inform ATC there for the missed approach, minimum 800 feet above, then right turn at distance 6.3. So this is the missed approach. So everything is set. Transition altitude 5,000 feet, already preset. Also the landing height 350. So we continue here with the checklist. Position landing altitude 350 set. Anti-ice, we may need that, we have to see that. Approach briefing is fuel is discussed. We will check that now. Our arrival fuel will be 2.6 tons. Check that in the actual. We are approaching Koenig at 4.1 tons, so switch to Koenig. Koenig 3.9 is required, and we have 4.1 tons, so we are very good. We are 200 kilos above our expected fuel Actual, we have 4.2, so we need 100 kilos more. Let's see how much we used actually. 2.85 tons, so we have 2.9 tons used there at Koenig, and this is fine. Good. Okay, that was ROAR. Very good. And we are doing everything now for the arrival, the landing calculation. Check out the charts. We have to leave 25 right, so the approach here is clear, and our runway is here 25 right here, and we have to leave the runway 25 right as medium jet on P16 or P20 as preferred turnoffs. So check that here. P16 or P20, so this is our exits here. And distance from threshold are 1750 or 2250 meters, and we check that here for our arrival. Landing performance calculation is 25 right. Winds are, update the meter again. (210) with 3 knots actually. 210 with 3 knots. QNH is 1004, so still unchanged. And scattered now, few clouds 800 above. And out is 10 degrees. And we are doing a flaps 30 landing there. What do we need also is our arrival fuel, so that's why we set all that calculations here in that stream 4. In the beginning, that a landing calculation and the average wind here to get that exit value here for the arrival. So we have 4.1 tons on board, and at our arrival will be about 2.6 tons. So we have to burn about 500 kilos, 1.5 tons. So that is what we expect to burn, less than actually. Yeah. So go to the inner page, and we subtract this here. So we have 62.3 tons at our arrival. So landing speed will be 145. 62.3 tons. Oh, pick that again. Yes, 1.4 tons. 1.4 from now, 62.4 tons. Yeah, 62.4 tons. That's quite realistic. That's a bit more. So, Zibo calculate the value for the re-ref value there to 5. We check that here in the meter again. So we have a landing course here of 247 with 210 winds, so we have an off track of 27 degrees. I also see that here in the wind chart here, so we use 25 degrees here, and we have less than 10 knots, so it's +5 for the re-ref edge, so this is quite fine. And we have no gas, so we do not have to add their 10 knots, and we are in the operational limits. Check also the crosswind there from 25 to -25. Oh, there was someone here in the Discord. Maybe. 25 and less than 10 knots, so that's quite fine. So, landing calculation, as we talked there, we need a medium, for the medium jet at P16 or P20, so we can use this or this value here. So if we use outer brakes 3, we have some distance here available for P20 exit, so we can calculate there. I do not want to brake as much here, max outer brakes, there's too much distance between. So I will use outer brakes 3 to get there in the proper value. By the way, it's a high-speed exit, I see. Yes, so we can leave the taxiway with 60 knots. So what we can do now is we can plan outer brakes 2. as said, we have 2,250 and we need 2,356 meters there. So we have some speed there, no reserves. We can do that and auto-release the auto brakes a little bit earlier, so that is quite fine. So I will still use auto brakes 3 and release the auto brakes a little bit earlier. So auto brakes 3 is preset. And this is quite fine. So 145 and 5 knots for wind correction as calculated. And let us see where is our top of descent. So there. Still some time to go. Check our landing checklist here. So approaching altimeters and instruments are set and cross-checked. So check that again. 247, 319 for the missed approach. And also that depth at frequency 111.35 is already preset. There's Zulu 25 right is set, flaps 30 is preset, and also speed wind correction is 145 plus 5 knots, so approach speed 150. So that's very good. Approaches are set and stacked, so we are ready for the landings. Yes, Frankfurt Tower is still online, very good. Check our arrival. Oh, there's much traffic incoming. Maybe you have to perform a go around, we will see, we will see. So, check that here on the track mode. GUIDIANCE. Initial approach check there. Check that routing on the plan page. Okay, and there's a left turn. Our set routing is a direct entry and then left turn, so there's no huge difference there. So, by the way, if you want to do a holding, I also created here such document here for the holdings, yeah, an inbound and outbound parallel teardrop direct entry, so we have everything listed here in the description, and you will check that and you can see how to entry and how to fly that holding, and how fast we will do that and how is the lag time. Also here for the circling, everything which is needed, you can download this also here in the description. But today we do not have to circle. And this is a direct entry, so everything is fine. Good. How far are we away from our top of descent? So progress page and 58 nautical miles. Normally we will start all the discussion here and this calculation here from the top of descent 80 miles ahead. So everything is planned there, but this is only a short flight, so we will get prepared, especially for in Frankfurt, which is quite busy there, and you have to be aware that everything is working fine. So, send and check that meter again. Yes, very good. Very, very good. So, time to ask some questions if written. No, actually no questions, that's also fine. Check where we are at the moment. Near Kassel. So, we will land at Frankfurt, started there at Berlin. I'm living next to Frankfurt here in Aschaffenburg, exactly here. So some travel there to Frankfurt again every day. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. And we hopefully get in Frankfurt there with that beautiful lightning. All my stream users may notice that my livery got a short update here. I created some chronic vortex for the engines, which is normally for the private airlines. This is optional and costs very much money, but looks very good, and I like that. Also some updates here on the engines, that everything is now written there in the correct place. So I did some tweakings there on that livery the last days. So check that here also in the background. You will see the top of descent, and this is our manual calculated top of descent point. This looks beautiful. Where that there? Check that. Also that livery here inside. You can download that whole livery for free. Listed in the description. If you want, you can use it. And maybe we'll do a short group flight within the next time. So then we can use that together. That will be fine. So now Frankfurt is loading. Calculate everything for the manual descent. We can select here the descent page, and once we get here nearly to the top of descent, about less than 40 nautical miles, then you will see normally there a descent now button. I pre-select. We have to be there at 5,000, so I will switch 10,000 in the beginning for the level off. Okay, that is not for me. I'm definitely not in Stuttgart. So let's talk about the approach briefing again. So Kerax, Trilima is arrival there at Metro, then we do the left turn, and then inbound the 25 right, missed approach there to Thai, and Metro Ivao is already preset here in the tunes, and we do an ILS Zulu approach, and barometric height is 553, is already preset. Pump is on the right side, 3 degrees of slope there. Approach speed is 150 calculated, and so we have a descent rate at about 800 feet here in the glide slope, and as calculated we want to exit there at about 20. We can use that here also, but I think we will stop there short behind, and we will do the max manual braking, or the manual brakings there off, and we will leave there P20 right about 40 to 60 knots, and then you can use the whole taxi way there to North November 11 there in Frankfurt. So hopefully we'll see what gauge we will get there from the ADC. We'll see that everything is preset there. And is there? There's not the descent button. Descent now, and you will see now it will descend 1,000 feet per minute. That's a little bit better for the ears and for the guys, especially when you're doing the a long flight there and at a high altitude, so everything above 30,000 feet or flight level 300, and then you can descend up to 20,000 feet a little bit earlier, and that will be better for your ears, and you have some. You will notice that when you are looking outside and we are 20,000 feet. Oh, we are so deep in the approach, so this everything will set up there. Very good for your ears. So once our glide path will catch up, you will see that everything is fine, and we will set a little bit steeper. So set a PA system a descent message. Also cabin lightning to landing and bright again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our initial descent. At this time, we ask that you kindly begin to recheck the security of your seatbelt. And if you've removed any items from the overhead bins, please begin to restow them at this time. Please check around your seating area and the seat pocket in front of you for any cups, glasses, or other articles you wish to discard. And kindly hand these items to the flight attendants as they make their way through the aisle.
That looks awesome. I like that. So, where we are. Bad Hersfeld, Fulda. That's 1 hour away from me. I'm loving it. Beautiful. That's sunset here. Awesome. So hopefully you can understand me. Let's take me a short drink. Very good. Where I am. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. I have to look where I am. There. So, I will write that in the arrival. Estimated time of arrival. F traffic on 16 on flight level 160. 160. Descending. Gerax Lima arrival. Expecting runway 25 right. Estimate time of arrival will be 13 Zulu. So we see now glide slope is, the descent path is catching us, and we can descend now a little bit more. Speed and went button manually. 140. Check it's not working here. Yes, now it's working. Here, just change the value here in my MCP. And that software. Now it's working. Perfect. Very good. So I have to put out there our speed brakes. I do not overshoot here at the main town as we are. Let's check our arrival. Maybe we do a short holding there. Okay, now there's some space between 2107 UTC. We will arrive roundabout. Okay, there's the traffic as expected. I do not need this anymore. There's Carax, Trilima to Metro. Okay, we can close that. And switches also here. So, very funny. Oh. Can also speed down a little bit. Laps up.
Thousand to go.
10,000 feet, so landing lights on, runway turn-off lights on, now landing clearance, logo lights to on now in the darkness or evening. So, switch this to 20 nauticals. Where's the traffic? That guy here have to go. So 10,000 feet. Or we are below 10,000 feet. Well, what we can do now is can select to the local QNH. So, no changes as expected there. Scatter clouds 4,500 above ground. So this here 1 degrees. It's a huge problem there. And we descend. level change. Need to be there at 5,000 feet, so. Flaps 1. Flaps 1 speed. So ground routes ready. Cabin lighting is ready. The air system prepare for landing. Maxi Leopard looks really amazing. Unfortunately, I can just fly the old but still good FSX. Of course, the graphics aren't as good as X-Plane, but it's okay, I guess. Yes, definitely. I got tons of add-ons here for X-Plane, so they definitely cost about 4 tickets. So. That's quite as good. In basic, it's not looking so good, but finally with all that add-ons, it's looking really nice here. And yeah, just wait on them. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So, but then you have to buy a new PC. So that's the difference. You have to die one death. So there we are. Catched our pass again. So I have to move back from the chat here to see if there's anyone else the arrival. Switch to power frequency. Information hotel. Okay, it's fine.
Thousand to go.
Of the maximum.
So prepare for landing. Okay, you definitely have to wait.
005 and ready line up and wait, runway 18.
So turn right.
Here to enter runway 18, Avianca 005.
Nice.
So we keep that speed here, flaps 1. Frankfurt Tower, good evening. Terra-Fly 361 on the localizer, runway 25 right.
Terra-Fly 361 Tower, schönen guten Abend. Winds 2103 degrees 3 knots, runway 25 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 25 right, Terra-Fly 361, thank you. What is this guy doing?
Frankfurt Tower, good evening, Qatar 8183 Heavy. Final approach runway 25 left.
Ah, simultaneously load.
Qatar 8183 Tower, good evening, squawk 1000.
Squawk 1000, Qatar 8183 Heavy.
Parallel landing there in Frankfurt. Awesome. Awesome stuff. That is the
Terra-Fly
heavy.
361, wind check variable 1 knot.
Confirm Terra-Fly 361.
Qatar 8183, identified now. Wind variable 1 knot, runway 25 left, clear to land.
So set approach button. Landing.
Clear to land, runway 25 left, Qatar 8183 Heavy.
So still same variable 1 knots. We check our approach speed again. 100 kilos, 65.5, so everything's fine. Good. Where's that traffic? There it is. Oh, let's look outside. Let's look outside. Awesome, awesome. There's it. There's the heavy. So, there we're getting down. So missed approach altitude was 5,000 feet. So this is also preset. And we are descending now around about 800 feet per minute. That's what we expect. Why is that heavy? There. That looks so good. By the way, there we are standing. There's a wonderful viewer point here for the people who will want to see the traffic here lining up through that runway. I got there twice with my son, so this is very nice. So 190. Select now flaps 5 and flaps 5 speed. Landing clearance is set, so takes the lights on, engine starters continues. And select now landing gear down, flaps 15 speed. Space is 150. Flaps 30 set, 150 back set. So checklist is starters continuous recall is checked. Landing gear down through green and landing flaps 30. So up brakes is 3 and set and flaps is red lights. So landing checklist completed. Yeah, Maxi Libet Road, yes of course. There are so many good add-ons for flight sims, but I think none of them will beat F 2020. Yeah, definitely. So we disconnect now. Auto throttle to off. And disconnect autopilot auto throttle. 50. That's fine. Where's the other one? There. Okay. Okay, now wind is coming less. See that speed there. Retune. A little bit below the localizer.
Frankfurt Tower, Lufthansa 0 for Alpha, request taxi to holding point runway 18.
Lufthansa 0 for Alpha, taxi holding point 18 via November 7 November.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr.
Taxi
Birch,
to holding
altitude
point
set.
runway 18 via November 7 and November, Lufthansa 0 for Alpha.
So. Less speed there, 145 at the threshold, 50 feet.
Clear of conflict. Approaching 25.
A little bit fast here. Oh, it's now a little bit below, that is fine.
300.
To red, to white, everything's fine. 150, descending, very good. Aim for the touchdown zone.
200. Minimums.
Continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
There's a flare. Very good landing. Idle reverse thrust. So
80 knots.
80 knots as expected. And we'll do manual braking still now. Papa 20.
2,000 feet remaining.
So landing lights to off. And this here off. Stop city to stop. And
Qatari 8183, welcome to Frankfurt. Continue via Mike 8, hold short of runway 25 center.
Roger, Mike 8, hold short, runway 25 center, Qatari 8193 heavy.
Flight 361, willkommen in Frankfurt. Taxi via Papa, November 11, hold short November.
Terra-Fly 361, thank you. Taxi via Papa, November 11, hold short November, Terra-Fly 361. Oh. Papa 1. Oh, Papa 1. Papa and hold short November. There's November 11 and hold short November there. The taxi route, so standard. I will show you now where you can visit that guys here. That's fantastic because this is a viewpoint here on from the right side, and direct next to the training area for the fire department. And there's a platform there, and there it is. The platform where you can with it, so it's maybe 20 meters here from that street, and you can the children can wing there to the pylons, and they're waving back, so that's very fine. And all that traffic here, it's every minute will come down the plane, so this is very nice. Let's take a look where it is. Here, there must be. I can get there here with your car. There it is. There's a pattern. So start up the APU. This here the fire department for the 25 right and the area. Yes, weather radar to off, terrain radar. Keep this also to off. Yeah, that is it. In real life, it looks really like this here. Exactly the same plane. This is exactly the thing you will see there when you're going down. This is the way you can. There's the parkings for the cars, and you can walk here.
Terra-Fly 361. Any preferred gate?
Terra-Fly 361. No, gate of your choice, please. And here is the standing platform where you can with it and see the traffic here taxing. That is fantastic. Awesome spot. Actually says nice landing. Yeah, thank you. Let's check.
Terra-Fly 361, dann machen wir es ganz einfach. Taxi Gate Victor 166, November 11 November.
Taxing Victor 166 via November 11 and November Terra-Fly 361.
Qatari 81H3, any preferred gate for you?
No, sir. Any gate?
Roger, Qatari 81H3 Heavy, crossing runway 25 center approved. On the other side, continue taxi via November 3 and November to gate Bravo 48.
Roger, cross runway 25 center and continue taxi via November 3, November 8 to gate Bravo 48, Qatari 8183 Heavy.
Lufthansa 04 Alpha, whenever ready, wind variable 1 knot, runway 18 cleared for takeoff.
Was that 116 or
Clear for
166?
takeoff, runway 18, Lufthansa 04 Alpha.
Parking. Plans west.
Frankfurt Tower, guten Abend, Lufthansa 6 Romeo, ILS approach 25 left.
Yes, November 1, November.
Lufthansa 6
Direct
Romeo Tower,
here.
guten Abend, wind variable 1 knot, runway 25 left, clear to land.
Runway 25 left, clear to land, Lufthansa 6 Romeo.
That is a shot. Meanwhile, yes. Taxi. Frankfurt Tower, Terra-Fly 361, request a gate at gate 1, please. Terminal 1, sorry.
Terra-Fly 361, say the gate again.
Anyone at gate Terminal 1, please.
Alles klar, Terra-Fly 361, taxi gate Alpha 40 via November 11, November 8, link 1, November 7.
Please say again, please.
Ist nicht einfach hier in Frankfurt, I know. Taxi Gates Alpha 40 via November 11 Lima, November 8, Link 1, November 7.
Taxi Gate Alpha 140 via Lima, November 8, Lima 1 and November 7, Terra-Fly T61. Ah, I wait here. This is why you have got a co-pilot. Okay. Take a look there. Alpha for the Alpha for Zulu. There. Okay. So November 8.
This is 04 Alpha, reject takeoff clearance, stand by for about 1 more minute, traffic inbound.
Stand by and rejected takeoff clearance Lufthansa 04 Alpha.
Frankfurt Tower, good evening, Ryanair 53 Hotel ILS 25 right.
The reason why I do not want to stay here...
Correction, Ryanair 5 Charlie Hotel, Tower, schönen guten Abend, wind variable 1 knot, runway 25 right, quick land.
This is
cargo
bay here,
Hotel.
and we are not a cargo plane. So that's the reason why I want to go there to Terminal 1. Ah, come on guys! Really? Thank you. So, November. November 8 and then Lima 1.
Lufthansa 04 Alpha, wind variable 1 knot, runway 18, clear takeoff.
Clear for takeoff runway 18, Lufthansa 04 Alpha.
Well, this is the first one we will use. Okay, first entry. Slow down a little bit. Yeah, Frankfurt is definitely have to look at the charts, and you definitely need a co-pilot there to taxi perfectly. So November 8.
Lufthansa 6 Romeo, willkommen, continue via Mike 30, cross 25 center, hold short of Lima.
Mike 30, cross 25 center, hold short of Lima, Lufthansa 6 Romeo.
It's, Lufthansa Technik, there are the simulators where you can, the level D sims are here stored in Lufthansa Technik also.
Lufthansa 6 Romeo, any preferred gate?
Negative
40 is the first
Alpha
one.
306 Romeo.
So, ABU off.
Also Lufthansa 6 Romeo, taxi gate Alpha 36 via Lima, November 8, link 3, November 7.
No. And runway turn off light and taxi lights off.
Lufthansa 6 Romeo, danke für den Service, bye bye.
Oh, there's that line. Alpha 40.
Lufthansa 04 Alpha, identified non flight ADC ahead, monitor Unicom, schönen Flug, ciao.
Monitor Unicom, danke, ciao.
That's better. Yes, normally they have, but not in this scenery. Marcus said, well, I thought arrows have priority. Yeah. That's something X-Men have to work on. So, shutdown engine number 2, and 2 blue, 1 red engine is dead. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Frankfurt. What we're doing now is release the payment crew. We are off below 20% and 2, so makes the open bleed on and electric pumps off, and from air we can switch to off here. That cabin is now open, the base. Can we connect the gate? Yes, connect the stairs. And we'll stop our FS Airlines client in the background. Just a moment. And then we do the after landing checklists. So, shutdown checklist, fuel pumps off, although we do through flights, so we'll do now a complete shutdown, so we can select this to off here. Fuel pumps to off, and electric alarm fast impulse are off, indoor heats are off, we can select this now. If you see there a star, this you keep that only this chase here when you're doing a turnaround, so yeah. Window heats off, prop heats are off, anti-ice is not right, it's off, hydraulic pumps are off, voice recorder on auto, and air conditioning packs on auto bleeds are on. APU bleed is off now, and select code 2000, so needed. That's the ATC controller. We see that we will arrive at the gate, so this he will pop up at the screen and say, okay, now he's at the gate, and you do not have to say, yes, I'm on gate, and switch to Unicom or anything else. That's not required, so just switch that here to 2000. ATC control see that the gate's on blocks, so it's definitely a sign there. So, CL lights off, and start switches are auto brakes off, speed brake is down, 10 flaps up, down lights, yes, eject, yeah. Parking brake is start levers on idle, start on is normal, so locked, CVR, CB is in and out, so shutdown checklist is completed, and I will leave that here. The CQ checklist I want, because you don't see there anything for the rivals. So we are ready. Close here, port, scenery. That Aerosoft. Disconnect here from Ivao servers and do the place. So disconnect now, and yes, we are now in Frankfurt. Well, Maxi wrote, now I see there's a good reason why I'm only controlling Munich. At the moment I'm too afraid of ADDF. You're controlling there at Ivao or on WhatsApp? Yes, Frankfurt is very busy. And I like Munich also, that airport is really nice. Especially from, was it just Sim? No, it's created that awesome scenery. Just name it at the moment. Yes, but by the way, we will do now everything for the replay. Close the doors. It's connected. SAM plugging it again. Flight. Terminal flight leg. And we do flight wait. So disconnected? Yes, we are disconnected. Let's check that landing. Oh.
500.
Oh, that looks awesome. Can we move here to where the spotters are? Sort of spot a place. So this is the place where you see that landing a little bit above. This is exact the view we'll see here at this plane spotting guide. This is awesome. Very nice. Yes, on Ivao. Yeah, nice. What are you doing? Ground, delivery, approach, or anything else? Yeah, looks good. Nothing unusual. See that landing? Yes, very good. The damping system is now working so good. Yeah, looks good for this. That's a short last replay there. And I wish you a good evening. Thank you very much for joining in. Hopefully you will see us next time in the stream. If you like what you see, subscribe to the channel and join me here on Discord for some support. You can join and we can talk about a little bit and anything else. Join my Patriot and nice to see you again. And hopefully next time, have a nice day. Bye bye, Kaiser.